Hola, I'm Lampshade. I play a lot of Valorant, a lot of time. I play aim trainers. I got like 200 hours in Kovacs, like 200 hours and maybe like 100 in aim labs, something like that. I don't know. I like to play the aim trainers. I like to play the Valorant. I don't even want to think about my Valorant hours. Closer to 3,000, probably. It's gross. Not claiming to be good, just experienced. And I wanted to talk about why you don't need aim trainers, but you kinda need aim trainers. So I guess the first way to explain what an aim trainer can do for you is if you've played Valorant, you're familiar with the game, you'll know that in Valorant you have the in-game practice range, you have deathmatch, you have team deathmatch, all these different ways to practice your aim. In deathmatch, you might get 40 gunfights within a 10-minute span, and in team deathmatch, you might get 50 in a 10-minute span ish. You gotta wait to load in, you gotta play with people, and you have to wait for those people to load in as well. Now, an aim trainer, you can fit about 200 shots within a 1 minute span, given the type of drill it is, or 150 or 100 shots. You can take accurate shot. You can condense a lot of practice into a short period of time with an aim trainer with a scenario. I think more importantly that practice can have a lot more intent with an aim trainer. You're allowed to shore up weaknesses. You can look at different parts of your aim and know where you're weak, where you're not, given how you play, where you miss shots, where you tend to tense up, etc. You can apply that, find drills that help improve those weaknesses, and practice them. That is basically the reason why you would use one at the face value. Now, you don't necessarily need them to be good at a game like Valorant, for example, because any of these skills you can learn through brute force by just playing the game. I mean, Zywoo in Counter-Strike, not the same game, but similar motor skill that you're improving over time. Historically never played, like, he's known to have never played aim trainers or deathmatch. He does warm-up and, like, aim bots, and that's about it. But he hops right in competitive and always has, and he is one of the best Counter-Strike players ever. So it's not necessary. However, this type of stuff takes much longer the older we get because of synaptic elasticity. In order for you to adjust your synapses, it needs to be a very pointed and focused effort at doing so, because your synapses are what allow you to do anything. It's what connects different signals between your brains. How you tell your arm to move to the right. It fires along a synapse, and those synapses are harder and harder to change the older we get. So it's a lot harder to just learn things through brute force and just by experience when you have more experience doing a lot of different things, essentially. So you don't necessarily need them, but it does help quite a bit. Now, why you do really actually need them is because they're a lot similar to weight training. Weight training is probably the greatest comparison you can make to them. So think of it like a basketball player who's at the end of the game and he goes to make a pass and he short arms it and it goes out of bounds and they lose the game because he hadn't done his arm workouts. His arms felt weak, and so he missed the shot. So what does he do? He goes to the gym to shore up that inconsistency so that he doesn't have to worry about that while he's making the pass. Or maybe he thinks too much about his arm strength because he feels so tired that he then overthinks the pass and overshoots it or overthrows it or throws it over. You know what I mean? There are many. Basically, an aim trainer allows you to have focus strength in these areas so you can have confidence and focus on other things. You don't need the weight training to be a good basketball player, look at Kevin Durant, but like it helps a lot. It'll allow you to like not worry about your arm strength and not worry about how much power you have to put into things, for example. Now, comparing this back to Valorant, imagine you're aiming at long and you're holding B long on bind or something. Just you're holding an angle and you know someone's going to come around the corner. However, a bunch of utility starts flying, two of your teammates die. Suddenly it's a more stressful situation and you're thinking, should I continue holding this angle? Should I swing out to help my teammate? And then by the time that guy swings, you don't have the mental bandwidth to really think about your aim, so you overshoot it, recorrect, and then miss and die in that time period. versus where if maybe you were aim training, you would just have that movement automatic and it wouldn't even require any mental bandwidth, if that makes any sense. And I think one of the largest factors that aim training can give you is confidence in those type of situations. It allows you to make more efficient decisions, i.e. like you can confidently peek an angle knowing that it's a smart decision, that they're not going to be ready for you, and you can trust in your own aim to make that play. And I think even more so, it allows you to identify which mistakes are mental versus mechanical. The more you focus on improving your mechanics and identifying your weaknesses, the easier it is to see while you're playing the game when you lose because you can't aim and hold your mouse and you've ungrown your fingers, or you've just made a really, really, really dumb play and that you could never aim your way out of in a million years, even if you were Mr. Tens himself. However, that is my aim trainer TED Talk. I just wanted to make I had this video in my brain, wanted to make a short one, just kind of talking about benefits, as I feel like it's not very clear to a lot of people. Whatever, I stream every day, look at it, peace.